Hello class, welcome to the second video for our poetry unit lesson 14 on hyperbole and shape poems. For this second video, I'm going to show you some examples of shape poems in this book called Doodle Dandies. What I'm going to do is read the poem to you first, and then I will do my best to put the poem up to the screen so you can see what it looks like. Okay? All right, so let's get started. So there are several great examples of shape poetry in this book. The first one I'm going to read to you is called Dachshund. It is that type of little wiener dog, right? Dachshund. All right. Here comes the lady with the diamond ring, walking a dog like a sausage on a string. There goes the dog with his nose in the air, walking the lady with purple hair. I just want to emphasize that shape poems do not need to rhyme whatsoever, but this one just happens to rhyme. So there is the dachshund, and I just think that that's so cool how the poet has formed this little poem into a little dachshund. All right, the next poem that I want to read is called Giraffe. Tree tall giraffe, up to his neck in brown and yellow patchwork quilts, turns tail, and hobbles away on wooden stilts, 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 stilts. Now, this poem has some neat examples of a shape poem. All right. So for this poem, if you can see it there a little bit, as you can see, it uses the word tail for the tail, and it uses the word stilts, 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 stilts for the legs. I thought that was pretty clever. So sometimes when you're writing a shape poem, the words that are forming the shape can actually be that physical part of the topic of the poem. All right. Let's see. All right, I'll try this one out. Skinny Bonnie Bumber wears a long tall hat. I hide her in the closet till the clouds get fat. I poke her up and out when the sun goes away. Fatty Bonnie Bomber loves a rainy day. Now we have Skinny Bonnie Bumber and Fatty Bonnie Bumber, and it's actually the same person. Actually, it's not even a person, it is an object, and it's an object, an umbrella. And so this person has named their umbrella Skinny Bonnie Bumber and Fatty Bonnie Bumber and has formed their poem into an umbrella. Now, as you can see, there are extra things added to some of these shape poems. You do not need to do that in terms of adding color and background and things like that. So here's one of my favorites, Creep and Slither, it's called. I slithered down to Pepper Pond for a midnight snack, a picker-upper. I missed a mouse and beetle bug, so I ate a bullfrog for my supper. Well, he was tough as toad and chewy, mighty leggy, mighty lumpy, and let me tell you, Creep, I'm feeling mighty jumpy. So here is the picture of that snake, and as you can see, he has swallowed the bullfrog. Pretty clever. All right, I think I'll find one more example. There's a lot of good ones in here, but let me see if I can find one that oh yes. This one's also on the back cover. It's called Skyscraper. I am a needle of steel, glass, and cement. 102 stories high, on a clear day, you can see 200 miles out into the Atlantic or watch hundreds of ants scurrying like people on the sidewalks below, and the yellow bugs racing recklessly along the city streets and ride the elevator all the way down in 37 seconds flat. So here is a picture of a skyscraper. You can see how the shape poem has formed the shape of the skyscraper. I imagine it may be the Empire State Building, talking about looking out into the Atlantic, and then it describes what the people and the taxi cabs look like far below. Now, again, as you make your shape poem today, don't worry about drawing a picture in the background and things like the taxis and the people and stuff. What's important is your shape poem, the pattern that you create using your lines of poetry. Okay? Well, I hope you have fun today with your poetry assignment. Make a great day and make a great poem.